Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 here, hanging out at Cyan Beach, having us a good time, grabbing a recovery incense for going to bed on time like we're supposed to finally this week, and 9,586 sneaky snacking. Very good, very nice. Also, I see maybe some new news coming up today, but first, let's grab our sleep points. We've got 5,413 for our grand total. And then for our daily lottery, we can pick up something very, very special. It's gonna be 100 diamonds or 1 Poke Biscuit. But you know what? It is what it is. We definitely need the biscuits. Even though we got that gift yesterday, getting the biscuits now is very, very good. All right, let's go ahead and collect from everybody. Let's figure out what we're doing for breakfast. We were running low on apples, but I don't think we're going to anymore. We did get a double trigger from Gardevoir. Very good. That's what we want to see. Ooh, free candy. We like that too. I like some free candy. All right, skill trigger there. Also very good. Well, somebody is at full energy already. That is also 24 apples. Yeah, that's all we needed for breakfast. And then some. Another skill trigger there. A little bit of strength. The 1700 at this point isn't really making much of a dent, but it all adds up. Dedenne, can we get a double trigger there? No, just a singular one, but that's all right. I think we got a double trigger before I went to bed last night. So we might be at 50-50 odds right now. Where is Pupitar? Where are you hiding out at? There you are. All right. Pupitar, another skill trigger. Somebody who's also probably now at 150% energy. So, gonna be a good day. Gonna be a good day. Let's make some breakfast. And let's see what we've got going on. Oh, only 40% extra tasty odds. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Ingredient-wise, we have everything we need for another meal. Ooh, today's Friday. 9 meals. 18 each. That would be what? I mean, we don't have enough for all 9, but we're in a pretty good place. 18, I don't know. Math is hard right now, but we can probably swap Beware out for a little bit with Blastoise, get some more milk up and running. But we've got a pot to fill out. So let's throw in some good stuff. All of that. And one of those, because we can get plenty of them, no worries. And if this goes extra tasty, she'll be pretty nice. She'll be pretty nice. I did get extra tasty dinner. Nope, no extra tasty breakfast. Extra tasty dinner, though, was 150,000. This is 60,855. So very good, very good. Cannot complain at all. I don't think this will put us at the next rank, though. We are pretty high in the ranks at the moment. Yeah, no, Master 14, probably not. No, just about halfway. Probably right at halfway, maybe a little over after we get all of the berries done. But still in a really good place. All right, let's jump into this sleep report and let's see what we've got going on. Hopefully we find us a Squirtle. We did get the Quaxley yesterday that is looking like it's going to be my leak gatherer moving forward, but we'll see. Once I get to a point where I need leaks, then I'll invest in it. For now, we've got other things that are going to be invested in, but 9 hours of sleep, that is slumbering. All right, well, that skews towards the Squirtle side, so hopefully we can find our Squirtle boy. We need an ABB badly, very badly. We are for sure going to get the 8 spawns. There's going to be 80, 90, 100, and 2 million. Nice. Very good. All right. With several 2, 3 stars and a top belly. The 3 stars are where all the dream shards really are. So we really like to see those. And a top belly Pikachu, though, you know, it is what it is. And let's see what else we got. What else do we have? Probably not going to see too many Squirtles and stuff anymore because we do have such a high drowsy power. But it looks like no Squirtle at all. Just an Igglybuff, Sudowoodo, Eevee, Fuecoco, Raticate, Pikachu, Cramorant, which is kind of interesting, and Wooper. I am not opposed to catching that Cramorant, to be honest with you. It could be an alternative oil gatherer to our Toxicroak, even though our Toxicroak is pretty good. Getting a Cramorant could be a nice little bonus on top of that. We've got a couple Pokemon that are 2 biscuits away from being caught. Honestly, what do we catch here? I I'm not in dire need of either of these two, even though they've already been fed. How many biscuits do I have? 11? I mean, we could use 4 biscuits and take them both home guaranteed. Eevee, probably the big one that I need to catch, just because I still need other evolution candidates, but we are in a bad spot with Eevee because we're above friendship level 40. So, you know what? Let's do the thing. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and just take them home, get them done, and we'll see. Hey, there we go. Saved a biscuit. Not bad. Not bad at all. Kind of wish I had used my premium biscuit on Cramorant first and then got the big hit there. That would have been nice, but I wasn't planning to feed Cramorant. So if I'd have known then what I know now, then I could have done it. All right, Igglybuff, you're coming home too. I don't really need either of you, but the candy is the candy, and there is the potential that I catch a better one. I mean, the ones I have aren't perfect, so there is a small chance I catch a better one. However, you are the one that I'm gonna have a hard time catching a really good one. But at least it's another shot at a good one. And basically our Eevee hunt is going to be over. If we get it to friendship level 100 and we still haven't caught a really good one for all of the evolutions, we're basically done. We're basically done. At least until they come out with higher versions of some of the sub-skills that could be gold. For example, if skill trigger M, no, skill level up M is gold. If skill trigger L, it comes out and is gold, then maybe we can hunt the Eevees again at friendship level 100, but we do have a long way to go before probably either of those things happen. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. We did catch more than I thought we were going to, but, you know, let's see. Maybe it's something interesting. Candy-wise, yeah, probably the Eevee candy. I mean, Cramorant candy is nice, but I don't think too many people are using it. At least on my friends list. So let's send out the Eevee candy. That's probably more useful. For everyone else that's on their evolution hunt, same as I, we did get, right at 15,000. Just slightly over 15,000 dream shards. I'll take it. I will take it. That will offset the cost here in a little bit by some, but not by enough. All right, Wooper, you are up. Let's see what you got for me. Level 14 and Sassy. The sassiest of Woopers. All right. That's a berry finding. All right, well, we've got mushroom, and potato, which is actually kind of interesting. I don't hate this combination. If you've got some good skills, this might be worth keeping, but Sassy, I don't know. I don't know about Sassy. Let's see. So we've got, berry finding. Ooh, and inventory up M to go with it, which is what you want to see with berry finding and an ingredient specialist. I mean, you always want inventory up on an ingredient specialist, but especially if it's got berry finding. Then we've got ingredient finder S. You know what? Maybe you're the one, and skill trigger S right at the bottom. Unfortunately, no helping speed, but this thing will definitely have its energy fully charged all the time. So maybe that's not a concern. But yeah, I kind of like this one. I kind of like this AAB ingredient spread. It's not bad. I mean, Raenon thinks it's bad, which understandably, berry finding does get in the way of ingredient finding, which won't be the case once it's level 25, and also once it evolves, it will be better. Just to check and see how much of a difference that makes, let's go ahead and say it's level 25, and let's say it's a Quagsire, also at level 25. Yeah, let's calculate now and see how much of a difference that makes. Still pretty bad. I take it back. It's still pretty bad. I thought it would be better with the higher inventory space. Apparently not. Okay. Well, I don't know. I still don't hate it. I like this ingredient spread. Mushrooms and potatoes. There is some synergy now, but there's also the potential for a higher synergy down the road. So maybe. I'm gonna hold on to this one for now. It may not be that great, but I'm gonna hold on to it just because I feel like it's good enough that might work. Either that or it's copium. I don't know. I don't know which it is, but I'm gonna keep it. Not a Quagsire though. It is in fact a Whooper with double mushroom and potato. I think it's pretty good. Plus we can hit that with an ingredient finder M and be in a really good place. I think it'll be all right. At the very least, I'm not investing in it right now, so I may decide later, you know what, that was a bad idea. It was all copium. But for now, I'm gonna hold on to it. I kind of like it. All right, let's move on to the next. Igglybuff, where are you? Where are you, Igglybuff? You're gonna be further down, Gen 2. Oh, wait, whoa. How did I get that far down? I went all the way to the bottom. Igglybuff, there you are. Level 14 and quirky. That's a neutral nature, not what we want to see for an Igglybuff. Probably not gonna bode well for this one, to be honest with you. All right, ingredient find. Well, I mean, skill trigger at 25, ingredient finder at 10. Helping speed. I mean, it's not bad. Not great. Nature is quirky. All right. So, yeah, kind of what we expected. This one's gonna go live with the professor. It's not good enough to outpace the one we have. It would need to be pretty good, probably triple trigger. I think the one that we have is double trigger with maybe some helping speed. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I've looked at its sub skills, but this one is only singular trigger, so it's definitely not going to outperform that one. So this one's a bust, but it is what it is. You know, it's more candy for our good one. All right, let's move on. We got one more that we really need to be good. And sassy, of course we didn't get sassy on the one we wanted sassy on. Bashful is also neutral, but that's berry finding. That is berry finding. So maybe this is our Umbreon. We've got milk, and cocoa, which I like. I do like. This could be our Umbreon. We already have a Jolteon that has berry finding. If this has berry finding and helping bonus, I think that might lock it in as our Umbreon. But let's see. Let's see what we've got. First two. Ooh, Sleep XP. I mean, Sleep XP is not bad. Not bad, but not what we want. Inventory up is not helpful for Umbreon. Skill level up is helpful for Umbreon. And inventory up is... I mean, I guess technically inventory up is good for Umbreon. But it's a neutral nature. It's bashful. We really want to see some speed of help, and unfortunately got none. Even with a neutral nature, I think helping bonus instead of sleep XP bonus would have guaranteed that I kept this as my my Umbreon. But let's see. If the only thing I'm looking at for this is Umbreon, simply because of berry finding. So let's see just how good that berry strength is. I mean, that's pretty good, honestly. And like I said, I really just don't like the lack of speed. But I don't know. Maybe speed isn't super necessary, or maybe it's copium. Maybe it's copium again. It could be. I could just be trying to get that copium just to try to get something good out of this, because I'm panicking because friendship level 40 plus Eevee makes it difficult to get what you want. But berry finding was a good start. It was a good start. Berry strength is 90 plus. Let's hypothetically, let's say Umbreon, and let's go to level 100 as berry strength. It's probably going to be the same. It usually is with the evolutions. It usually doesn't make a difference, but this time around, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Kind of like, okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This might be the best we find, honestly. This could be the best we find as an Umbreon candidate. So maybe. It's definitely not a candidate for... Let's see, I still need a Sylveon. I still need a Leafeon. And a Glaceon, I think. I think I still need all three of them. And I don't think this is a great candidate for any of those three, because for them, you do kind of want the skill triggers. Especially Glaceon. Leafeon, maybe not so much, because the skill is kind of bad. Leafeon is probably the worst. Well, not worst, but the least useful of all the evolutions. So, for sure, Glaceon we want. If we had berry finding, that'd be great, but we really want skill triggers. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm really just trying to make this one work, but I'm also second guessing myself a lot on this one. So I'm gonna save this as an Eevee, and people who are far more experienced than I with Eevee, let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this one does kind of have me stumped. But that berry finding may be blinding me a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and we will figure out what to do with that one later. For now, let's move on to some better things. Hopefully some better things. I'm hoping that's new news we got there, but you know, let's see, maybe a skill trigger? Nope. We tried. Nope. More apples though. I'll take apples. All right. Let's check and see. Do we have new news? We do have new news. What do we got? Sleep report volume 18. All right. So we are about to find out when the next good sleep day is. Our sleep tends to be shorter and shallower during the full moon, just as this commonly accepted view may lead us to expect. We found that on the night of the full moon during this good sleep day event, the average sleep duration of all the researchers around the world was 17 seconds shorter. Let's all do our best to sleep longer on the next night of the full moon, which is going to be February 11th through the 13th. So we have a couple of weeks. That is just about 2 weeks away, or 2.5, about 2.5 weeks away. So about 2.5 weeks, and we got our next good sleep day. So good stuff there. We always like when good sleep day rolls around. That is going to be leading up to a Friday, so not the big bonus that we would normally get from Monday or Tuesday, but still a pretty solid sleep day. Plus, potentially happening right during a Valentine's event. So we'll see if they give us a Valentine's event this year. They did last year, so I assume they will. But yeah, we'll hopefully find out shortly. They'll probably announce it 2 days before the event starts, though. But we'll see. We'll see. That does bode well for whatever that Valentine's event is gonna be. But all right, let's jump in. Let's check these community reports. There should be a good amount of them, 42 of them, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, the doubled up. Lucky number 13 out of 42. That's not bad. It's above 25%, so we'll take it. We'll take it. All right. Community reports done. And now it is time to check the team and see how things are looking pantry-wise. Well, we know how they're looking. Let me try to math again now that I'm a little more awake. Let's see. Math definitely needs Skeledirge on the team. Keeping Pupitar on the team is just a must. We are always around 40 ginger, so I don't think it's a good idea to take him off the team. We do have 5 cooks worth of corn at the moment, 5 meals worth, so that'd be all the way through tomorrow. So we could throw Blastoise on the team, get some milk and some more cocoa built up as pot filler, and then have a really good day Sunday. Plus the ingredient magnet from Blastoise, very nice right now. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna swap out Beware, get as much milk and pot filler as we can. How much energy are you at, out of curiosity? 122. I'm surprised. I thought it would have been higher. All right, well, you know, we're still in a really good place. And I can't believe how much corn this guy brings in with just ingredient finder. Imagine if we had double or triple ingredient finding. So much corn. All right. This guy, how are we looking? 92 hours slept. That's not bad. Any other good sleep ribbons? 143%. That's what I wanted to check. 138, 122, and 122. Yeah, we're in a really good place. All right. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and swap out Beware. Get our Blastoise on the team now that I'm done being distracted. And boop, there you go. What's up, buddy? Welcome back. Okay, so now for the Mini Candy boost. We're very, very candy poor. All right. So we know we need 110 candies. Several people have mentioned the rock type candy burning a hole in my item pocket, as it were. But I still don't think I'm going to use them for one reason, and one reason only. The regular handy candies are more versatile, but I'm going to have to use... If I use the rock type candies, I'm going to have to use other handy candies anyway, because it's only going to give me 75 and I need 110. However, I only have 218 items out of 360 for my max item bag. So I have a lot of room to expand my item bag. So holding on to those rock type candies is not going to hurt. And even if I used all three, that would give me 75. I'd still have to use other handy candies anyway. So if we're talking about just trying to get rid of items, I would use the medium handy candies, all 5 of them, to get 100 candies. Or if I just want to get 100 and be done with it, I can use a handy candy L. That said, it might be more beneficial to use the medium handy candies now, just so I don't have to worry about it, so that I could spread, or not spread, but use the handy candy L on a legendary or something that comes out, because I'm expecting that we're going to get a legendary announcement soon, just because it's around the time that we got the announcement for the other legendaries last year. But also, we could just use the small handy candies. I don't know. I mean, there's pros and cons to all of them, to be honest with you. But let's check the missions. Did we get... Yeah, we got 5 more small handy candies. So we could use those today as well and be done with it. And then, because we get small handy candies like nothing. I mean, they give them out like candy. Plus, we got another 3 small handy candies there for giving out biscuits. Yeah, honestly, probably just going to stick to the small handy candies, because we don't have enough rock type candies to give us the amount we need. Yeah, in conjunction with handy candies we would, but if we're going to have to use handy candies anyway, why not? We will get the small handy candies back pretty easily. I think we need to use 17 again. Like I said, the small handy candies, they give them out like crazy. I just got, what, 8 of them for completing missions. Yeah, some of them are event missions, but I typically don't use small handy candies that often. I usually get up to about 100 of them before I really use them. So I don't really think it's that big a deal. You know, as long as we get the candies we need, what does it really matter? Because those rock type handy candies, like I said, I could use them here, but for what? When I would still have to use handy candies anyway. So I'd rather save them for a potential rock type legendary. I'm hoping that we get the Swords of Justice. I have a feeling, you know, I want them to do that because it's different. I don't want them to keep doing the same thing we see in every Pokemon game. I don't want the birds. As much as I love the birds, I don't want the birds, because we get them all the time. I want something different. So the Swords of Justice would be nice. If we get Terrakion, that'd be fantastic. They could pull the Regis on us, you know, because the Regis were dormant for so long, or sleeping, if you will. So they could pull the Regis on us, maybe Regirock. So, I mean, it's unlikely, but it's possible. I am holding out hope for Terrakion, though. Terrakion is the one that I'm holding out hope for. That's the one I want to use these medium rock type candies on, but we'll see. I do need to use a couple Dream Clusters. I don't remember how many. I'm just going to use 3 of them. We're going to have to use some more tomorrow anyway. So if we use a little bit today, a little more than we need, it's fine. It'll just go towards tomorrow. And that's kind of the point of all this. It's fine. Oh, 3 wasn't enough. I needed 4. I needed 4. All right. Let's go. There we go. And there we go. Where are we at? That should put us at like 39? No, almost 39. Almost 39. All right. Our little Pupitar boy is growing so fast. All right. It might be time soon to look at a production comparison for this guy. and figure out what we need to invest seed-wise, but we are about out of time today. I do have a pressing engagement coming up, so we've already run a little bit longer than I thought we were going to today, honestly, but we got our missions. We've got everybody set up on the team and ready to go. We've got a plan for getting some extra ingredients and milk for the rest of the week, and we're in a really good spot. So even though I didn't plan to push ranks this week, we ended up doing it anyway, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Anyway, that's where I'm going to wrap things up for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. And a huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, Waite, Husky Star, JP, Barty, Rogue Bastion, and Michael O'Brien Jr. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe plus button right below this video. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, fill up your friends list, and hang out with a cool community of people. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.